Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Rob. With me, of course, is Amanda. This is part two and our night of Not So Scary Halloween party at the Magic Kingdom. You see the picture right there, and that, of course, is my sister, Jason, myself, and the lovely Amanda with the castle picture. For those of you who are wondering what's going on, you're on your honeymoon. You have to see part one. I'll leave that. I'll leave a link up here somewhere. Check that out before you watch this one. Part one was the setup, we'll call it. Disney Springs, some time in Orlando, and talking about the accommodations where we stayed at the Riverside at Port Orleans. But this is the Not So Scary Halloween party that was a Friday night, October 18th. And this was the four of us. There's a lot to talk. There's a lot to unpack here. But let's go through some pictures. I just want to get some pictures up here. I like this picture. Is really nice here. It's the nice picture of the castle itself. And if you see some of these others, if you want to know how busy our day was, look at
What that day was.
that was how busy Friday at 4:30 p.m. 5
What were
p.m. we'll
we
say.
thinking? What were we thinking?
Yeah, that was probably. I mean, it was fun. It was good, but it was packed busy. Now, why 5 p.m. you say? If those of you who are savvy might go, but Rob, Halloween parties, you're allowed in at 4. Yes, you
Yeah,
are. And as a matter of fact, we checked in at 3 and had plenty of time to get there by 4 o'clock.
in the
Uh,
hotel. Yes.
Let me give you a little hint. Let me give you a little something something.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Don't use Google Maps unless you know the exact location you're going to ahead of time. I was
Mhm.
driving, I used Google Maps, and there was like 7 Magic Kingdoms. So I chose one, and what I am to find out much later is that was the staff entrance for Magic Kingdom. And therefore, we ended up taking this
Yeah.
weird side road, and it doesn't feel right because when you go into Magic Kingdom, it's got like 20-lane parking, and it's this big deal,
No.
and we're not seeing that.
We're like on a two-lane road,
Yeah, and
and
there's
it's
stops,
busy.
and it's busy, and there's like this road will close for the firework, and there's this whole bunch of stuff going on.
Hmm.
I followed Google Maps, never again. Um, just follow the signs. The signs are everywhere. Don't second guess the signs. The signs know.
Yeah.
You don't. The signs do. That's my TLDR for if you're driving. This next time we're actually going to use the transit. My sister thought we were crazy for renting a car. I thought it was genius. It paid off in spades on
Hmm.
our Epcot day. We'll talk about that in a future video. But
Hmm.
yeah, I thought it was a great time. Obviously, it was really busy, but we finally made it there, and
Yeah.
we got some more
When we
pictures
got
here.
parked, though, I just want to say real quick, when we got parked at the parking lot, we had to then take the monorail in, and
Mhm.
it was again very busy, people coming and going. But that was really seamless. We barely waited, I don't know, 2 minutes, and then we got on board and we're on our way. So that was really smooth.
Yes, absolutely. The Disney's got their crap together. They've man the monorail parking to the tram to
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
monorail to the switch, like it all was seamless. It was great, even though it was very very busy. So we were able to get there, meet up with Jason and Lori, who were already there. You can see the beautiful ears. Someone loves a little bit of hocus pocus, and that was they fun. They were light up. We'll have probably pictures of that later. So there we are. We also have matching shirts on, Halloween
Yes,
shirts. I don't know if I have the back of any of our shirts
I don't
ever.
think
I don't
so.
have that.
It was hindsight. Like,
Yeah.
this was a big deal. Like, this after hours event thing was just so thrilling and exciting and overwhelming beyond anything, trying to get things organized and done. So we forgot to take pictures pretty much the entire night
Yeah.
to include our
We did.
outfits.
So these are a couple of Amanda's pictures that she took. I wanted to show them off. Amanda loves the selfie, so
I
lots of selfie.
do.
Every once in a while, she lets me in. Every once in a while, uh, but usually I'm not in. Usually that's I'm just, which is fine. That's fine. She's a queen of selfie. We'll talk more about this. I do get a lot of pictures
Mhm.
of this event, which is really cool. So things starts on Main Street, and this is Main Street, and boy, oh boy, did it look Halloween, hey?
Oh gosh,
Um,
great.
so when you get in there, you line up before you go in. You get a band, and that band signifies
Mhm.
that you're part of the
Yes,
event. And then
yes,
they
and
check for
all
that
night
band.
long,
Yeah,
all night long. Yeah, they're like,
yeah,
"Show me your wrists, friend. Show me your wrists," all night
yeah.
long.
Wrists up, wrists up. Da 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 da
Mhm.
da da. 2, 4, 6, 8. We want to see your wrists, you creeps, or something like that. I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, that's exactly word for word what they said.
So so yeah, so you can see here again, just the decor is amazing. I thought, of course Disney does it right. You can see here, there's my sister. You can kind of see here, there's a Disney. It says 24. It has our names on the other
Kinda, yeah.
side. I had Rage as the devil, which is, or anger, sorry, as the devil from
Anger,
Inside
yeah.
Out. You had the princesses as witches.
Hmm.
Kind of felt like a Bewitched, kind of like
Yes,
the intro to Bewitched.
yeah,
It's kind of
like a
had that feeling
vintage
to it.
kind of feel,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
So I thought they were really nice. Maybe we can get that. If you take a look at A&R Travels, not A and, but A&R Travels. That's our Instagram, and there are pictures, and we'll definitely have pictures of the backs of those. We'll get on there and make sure to show it off for you guys. But yeah, like it was a busy time. It was a fun time. Look at that. They're just partying. Obviously, my sister also got
It's
married.
not photo approved.
Yeah. No, this is diva looking. Look at you with it.
Oh
Like,
gosh, no.
awesome. Yeah. So great time. This is the start. You saw Cruella Deville was
Yes.
was kind of
Oh, and she
inviting
was
us in.
divine. Oh my gosh, her
Yeah.
sass
And then you got the pumpkin wreaths, which look really cool.
everywhere. Hmm.
Uh, we already saw
Hello,
that picture.
people.
So busy. So what our plan was before Amanda
Okay.
knew that there was going to be four of us is we were going to do some food, we were going to do some rides, we were going to kick some ass.
Yes,
Everything got thrown up in the air, but
we were
we
so
did manage
focused.
some rides. So
We did.
the
We should tell the story.
okay, go ahead.
We should tell the story about Slash Mountain.
Oh, we'll get Splash Mountain.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not the
Well, there.
first one. We did Thunder Mountain first,
Yeah, Big
right?
Thunder Mountain, my
Big Thunder,
absolute favorite.
which is now my new nickname, Big Thunder.
But
Just
we won't tell you
so
that story as to why.
it
But this
just
was
is.
so
So
good. And what was the
so
wait? It was like
Chinese
a
foods.
30-minute wait. It moved
30-minute wait.
pretty dang
So
good.
this
Yeah.
was this was before they kicked everyone out. So this is about 5 o'clock.
Hmm.
So those of you who've never been at one of these special events, either the Halloween party, or the Christmas party, and then they have a couple of events they do throughout the year that they brought back. So if you've never been to one of these, the official party doesn't kick off until 7. At 6
Hmm.
o'clock, everyone who has a day pass has to be gone. So
Hmm.
that's when it kind of thins out. And I will say that the longest lineup, and we didn't get a chance to go on it, but Tron was probably the longest at about 40. It was steady at 45 minutes.
45. Yeah.
The rest of them were very much walk on. There were a couple of downsides. We'll get to those in a bit because we want to kind of go through the steps of what we did. So after this, and you can see this is Tiana Foods. I didn't get a whole picture of it. We went on Tiana's Bayou,
Reimagined Splash Mountain. Hmm.
Splash Mountain Reimagined. Amanda's a little bit scared of it. And
Not a
it's too
little,
bad.
a lot. It practically ruined my entire experience by being
Oh,
afraid.
I actually wish I had the picture. We do have again. I'll put that on
Okay.
I'll put
I
that
did
on
send it to
Instagram.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, if you sent it, why don't I have it? That's really weird.
I don't know. I don't know. It
I
should be in
literally
that
took
lot.
all the pictures, unless it's at the very bottom. No.
There's two of them. There's the one that's close up, and then I think the
Did you
full
have
blown one. Hmm.
Did you have it?
That's a different day.
Well, this was in the Magic Kingdom one.
Well, then
Did you
that's
maybe you put Did you put it accidentally in the Epcot one? Oh, you put that in the Epcot one as well. So that was just in both.
I really like that
Uh,
picture, apparently.
Let me see if I can find the Splash Mountain. If you maybe it dropped in a different. Hmm. Well, babe.
Well,
Uh,
well, let's just pretend we're going to use this moment to pause, and then we'll just slide this in after the top picture. But there's a great little story that leads up to like just before we were loading into the vehicles. Do you remember that at all?
No.
No? Okay. Well, while you're looking, I'll share a
Tell the
story.
story, yeah.
Okay. So we are preparing to ride in the vehicles, and they always ask, how many in your party? How many is your party? And we're gonna sit two by two kind of thing. And I was noticing because I'm very like hyper focused on what's going on because I'm so freaking nervous about this ride that we were going to be at the point of loading the vehicles and the very front of the log flume or whatever like that. And I was like, no, I don't want to be in the first row. I don't want to be in the first row whatsoever. And she's like, okay, we can put you in the second row kind of thing. And then bless them, Lori and Jason, they're like, we'll sit in the front row kind of thing. And then we started joking with the people around us. Oh, yeah, I mean, you're not going to get wet. It's just a spritz of water kind of thing. No
Yeah,
big
who said
deal.
that? The
The
persons in
kids
front
in
of us
front
were
of
like,
us,
it's just a spritz of water.
it's just a spritz. And we're like, sure, absolutely. Bye, I disappeared. Anyway, so I feel horrible because of the outcome, but I luckily got into the second row of the ride vehicle, and Lori and Jason, they got the front row, and boy, did they get the front row kind
She
of
didn't
thing.
feel that horrible. I don't think she felt that horrible, guys.
I
I
did,
think she
I
was
did.
I think she was more than happy to let
Someone else take the splash for
yeah.
me. Oh, okay. Because if we can ever find this picture, you can see the outcome of what happened. But the ride itself, like we're finally loaded and we're making our way. And again, this is reimagined to be Tiana and the Bayou. And I should be focusing on all the new fun stuff. And all I can do is just like white knuckle bear down on the rail in front of me. And like everything's just passing me by. And then so there's a bit of a size difference between Rob and I. And this is just the ride where it's just this one long bar. And I'm not as secure in this as I would like to be because I know what's going to happen. So here I am, just white knuckling it, and everyone's having a good time. There, except for me, everyone's laughing, and I'm just like trying to make sure I know where I am and what's around the corners. And then it's all these gradual kind of buildups and little drops. Every single one is just worse and worse for me. And it's cute and it's fun. There's these new critters and animals and music going on. And I'm just not focused on anything except for the last bit where you start making that really slow, painfully slow climb up the side of the mountain
And they
kind
even
of thing.
stopped us. We were even kind of built up.
Yes, it made it so much worse because I'm like, I just want to get this over with, kind of thing. And no, even Disney decided to have some fun on me. But we eventually get to the top, and my last like split decision moment, I literally like duck and turn to the side into Rob's side down that whole thing. I didn't see anything. I was just bracing
And it
for
was
impact.
and it was so fun.
And no, the fun part was hitting the bottom, and I'm like, it's over. I survived because I don't like thrill rides whatsoever. I don't like drops. I don't really like heights or anything like that, except weirdly, I like Big Thunder Mountain. I don't
We
know
went to
what's
Disney
going
World,
on.
everyone. We went
I
to
know,
Disney World.
worst place for me to go with all this stuff, but it was great. At the very end, I was really happy to go to the party and all this kind of stuff, and I missed everything, including the bulk of the water that everyone else got hit with. I don't know how I got so fortunate. And poor Lori, she was just doused. And my hair and my appearance, though, for the rest of the night did not look the same. My hair did get wrecked sufficiently, which for most people they don't care, but I cared. There was no hair dryer. No one brought me a hair dryer.
Yeah, Lori and Jason were soaked.
Absolutely
Um,
soaked. Yes.
I wasn't too bad actually. I don't think I got
No.
really um
Yeah.
that bad. So I call that a big win. All right, so here's the picture she's talking about. This is the picture and now unfortunately it's you got the thing because we didn't have. If you get the lightning lane, you get these pictures clear free of the thing, the watermark. Unfortunately, you can't on the day one, so you'd have to pay for them, and they're outrageous. But there's my sister panicking. Don't worry, don't worry. We got a close up there. There's her panicking.
Oh,
Jason's having a good time. I'm having a good
yeah.
time. Amanda, right in the. They were soaked. I was not. I was a little wet.
Yeah.
You were tiny, not so much. Though they were soaked. So if you want to get wet, front row,
It just
absolutely
ruined
every
my
time.
hair. The wind and a little bit of water just sacked my hair for the rest of the night.
Me too. It was
Yeah,
terrible. I didn't
especially
know what
you.
to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, so there's Tiana. So now we've hit Big Thunder. We've hit Tiana's. We didn't take any pictures. Again, just awful with the pictures. We had beignets that were
Yeah.
phenomenal, and we had that drink, that lemonade, was it?
The lemonade was
It's
like a
pretty good.
lavender lemonade,
Yeah.
but they put so much. Do you remember they put so much sugar powder on there? It
hmm
seemed like we were doing something other than eating
Yeah.
beignets.
It looked like we were using. It looks like we were pulling a Matt Gates. I gotta edit that out. I gotta edit that out.
You can't say that. Beep. Lots of
Matt
beep.
Gates party favors, everyone. We were doing Matt Gates beignets at Disney. Okay. So yeah, it was very powdery, very sugar powdery, but the beignets were good. I will tell you this: Disney wish had better beignets. Am I
I
right? Like of the Bayou,
agree. I
way
agree. Yeah.
better.
Mhm.
So,
Totally
so
different
that
kind of consistency and stuff. Yeah. I'm sorry.
absolutely. So let's talk about the rest of the rides, and then we'll get to the entertainment because I think
Oh,
it's important to note a few things about the rides. First off, all rides very low wait time. Some of them are just walk on. We
yeah.
did Peter Pan in like what was it, 10 minute
5
wait,
minutes.
maybe 5 minute
Yeah.
wait. It's
Uh-huh.
usually a 45 minute. We just could walk right onto It's a Small World.
Mhm.
We missed Little Mermaid, which we could have gone on. So the ones that weren't open, which kind of really ticked me off. First off, uh, Pirates of the Caribbean was down due to technical. It was down all night.
Oh,
Didn't
no.
get back up, which is unfortunate because that's one of my favorite rides. I know it's hokey, but I love it. From of course Disneyland. Now this is a little bit different, but still the same thing. Really wanted to see it.
Just a-
The second
mhm.
one was the Dwarf Mountain Mine Train, whatever
Snow
that.
White. Hmm.
Wanted to do that one, which is a really popular one. It kept going up and down. It was down most of the night. But the worst of all, the most egregious of all, is the Jungle Cruise. So the Jungle Cruise is an A level for Lightning Lane. It's an A level ride, so they know it's popular. Was it
Yeah.
broken? No, they just didn't run it during the Not So Scary Halloween Party.
It was a
They
treat show.
just don't run it.
Hmm.
What the F? They run it at night normally, but they don't run it during this event. That was egregious. It just opened, like you mentioned
Just
before.
came out of refurbishment. Yeah. Hmm.
It just came out of refurbishment, but we did get to ride the rest of the rides. We didn't do Space Mountain. We didn't do Tron,
No.
but we did do the teacups.
The
Uh,
teacup
so this was us at the teacups, which
at the start.
is such a corny. I was spinning that thing like
A champ.
nobody's
Hmm.
business.
Yeah.
I
It was
I
good.
gained some muscles. I gained some muscles. You can see them there. We were going pretty, and then I'd spin it and I'd turn it the other way and everything. So
Oh,
I made
it
the
was
fun.
fun.
I think. I
Yes,
think
you
that
did.
was a fun time.
100%. 100%.
We also did the People Mover, which of course we got some good little shots there
Mhm.
on the fast moving People Mover.
That was
Okay,
cute.
that's the two. So that was pretty good. We had a good time there. What else did we ride? Was there anything else specifically that? Oh, the Haunted Mansion. We got. I think I
Haunted
showed you
Mansion.
one of those, which
Yeah.
is at the
And
entrance of
to
it.
note, the best part, like standing here in line, this line did take a little bit longer, but these are actors
Mm-hmm.
behind, and they're just 100% improvising as they interact with guests. And they decided to clue in on a Rob, and
Yep.
everything about the name Rob was a joke to them, and it was actually quite hilarious. They had
Yep.
worked the room really well, and
So
they were funny themselves.
yeah,
Ooh, look at that! It does look
there's the.
scary.
So there's the Haunted Mansion from far away as we got closer. Some pretty good looks on it.
Hmm.
Um, there's also the statues. I got a better one of it there. There's the statues. I was moving,
Hmm.
so the line was moving. So I was trying to take pictures, but not be that jerk that was holding everything up. But there's the two there. That's not a, that looks almost like a film. Those are actual live actors, like you said. And
Yeah.
he was her setup. He was uh, Ed
He was
McMahon, and
straight
she
man,
was
right? Yeah.
Carson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was perfect. She was bang on. They made some jokes about my name, and they singled me out in the group, which is I thought, but
Hmm.
that's just part of the fun and part of the joy.
Hmm.
So really loved that. Thought that was really fun. We have a little zoom here. I don't
And a
know if I got
buggy.
anything else. Oh yeah, see, it gets too dark, so you can't get good pictures. Um,
Hey, look
but
at those
yeah,
ears.
it was fun. Yeah, the ears are glowing. So I gotta tell you, the haunted mansion is a bit hokey, but
Mm-hmm.
in all the right ways. It's fun. It's an easy ride. It's pretty chill. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed about the three rides, the main three rides that were down. I would have liked to go to Space Mountain, but I don't know if that's your favorite. So that's a bit rough because it's like pitch black during Halloween. I hear, so it would have
It's
just been
always
like
like that.
riding it at midnight. Like nah. And I Tron. We come in hot. I'm a big dude, so and I don't want to go in the special needs caboose. I want to go on one of the bikes. It's touch or go. I think I might be able to do it, but I have pretty big calves because even when I was in shape, I played hockey, so I always had pretty large calves, and that's one of the snap points. So, and I have a big gut too, so I don't know if I would have fit in it. We'll never know, or maybe we will.
Or
Maybe we
maybe we
will
will.
in a few months' time. But overall, rides were fun. There, it was fine. The food, we had a couple of the treats. Beside the beignets, we had
The only other thing we had was the
we had the
flatbread.
pizza, the flatbread pizza, which was really good. I thought I really liked it. Um,
Spicy. It was really spicy.
yeah. So we'll talk about food in a second. Let's go to the entertainment part because I think it's important to note that's the reason why you go to these things. They had the ghosts here,
Which I
which you could
know.
walk. You walk through and they're on the bridge there. The three hitchhikers. That's absolutely awesome. Then you have the castle. They project onto the castle and then they do a whole fireworks show. Look at the castle. Look at how much it
Phenomenal.
changes.
Yeah.
And if you keep going through, then you get the fireworks for it, and that's of course always there. It's a story with it, and I thought
Hmm.
that was pretty cool. Um, Worth a watch. If
Hmm.
they don't change it next year and you're there and you've already seen it, maybe that's something you can skip, or you can watch from afar, or you can watch the fireworks portion from your hotel if you're in the right hotel room. But I think you got to watch it once because I think it's pretty cool, and I think you'd be remiss to not see it. The second entertainment piece that we went to, and this is what somebody was
Hmm.
really
Do we want to tell
jonesing
that
for.
story?
Oh wait,
Oh no.
that's not it.
So
There
at
it
the
is.
end of
There.
the fireworks show, like I feel like we did a really good job of timing the entertainment events because it was like boom, boom, boom. We hit them up in a row kind of thing. But so
Yeah,
as
fireworks
soon
were
as
10:15. Sorry, but
Mhm.
fireworks 10:15. You can see here 10:35 was the Hocus Pocus. So the crowd was there.
Yes,
Go ahead.
but as it disperses, everyone's kind of going about their way, and I literally like cut right through this crowd to get us as close as possible to the castle because the next show was the Hocus Pocus show, and I was like all about this.
So this is where
Um,
we started.
yes, that's where we started.
Now you can see this is where we end up. You see, there's one, two, three, maybe 5 rows ahead of us by the time
So
Amanda
close.
was done.
Yes. I
So
mean, I was on a mission and I succeeded. Thank you very much.
yes. So you see where we are with the fireworks. You can see how many people are
Hmm.
in front of us. And this we inch up and that's where we are. And so for those of you who don't know what this is, the Hocus Pocus is they're trying to bring back evil. It's a pretty simplistic series of events. The Sanderson sisters come out, and their big plan is to make a cauldron spell to steal the youth of the kids, I think, and but bring back evil. So all the evil people show up. At the
They
very
need
end, they're
the
trying that
help.
spell.
They need the help of all the evil people to complete their
Oh, is that
spell.
what it was? Well,
Mhm.
so they needed help from the evil people to complete the spell so that they could
The
steal the
villains.
children's souls.
I don't know
That's
if it's that. I don't think that's from the movie. I think this is a little bit different
well, they said
of what
something
they were
about the
trying to
kids and look at all the kids' souls we can take or something. But maybe that's
do.
just a throwback to the movies. I don't.
It could be,
I'm not
yeah.
the fan. Somebody else is the fan. But yeah, it was a great show. You can see here. Having a great time
Oh yeah, they
with
were
the
spot
Sandersons.
on. Great casting.
Right there, you see, and then I think like look at them, like pretty well.
So good.
Also, took really good pictures. I have the Pixel 9 XL, and I thought it did really good night photos for these sort of events. Low
That is
light, not so much, but oh, and then you got what's his name from
Dr. Facilier
Doctor,
from Tiana's Prince and the
yeah,
Frog.
and then you got
Oogie
Oogie
Boogie. So
Oogie
good.
Boogie, and then you've got just the three of them. They haven't brought the next one out yet. So the first couple did they did like a big thing, right?
Yes. They got
Oogie
their own kind
Boogie
of
and
yeah.
Doctor did a big dance and song and dance,
Yeah.
but then the rest of them just they kind of
It's
paraded
like
out,
a
so you can
cameo.
see there Maleficent.
Maleficent.
You can see who do we got here?
I think
I don't
that's the
even
Evil
know.
Queen. You
Is
can't
it the
really
Evil
quite
Queen?
hear.
And then you've got
Hades.
Hades.
So good.
There he is.
Unbelievable.
There,
Look at that. Look at that.
it's really good. Obviously I got a couple of Hades,
Yeah, you
and
like
then we've
Hades,
got
huh?
Cruella,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh, look
she's
at her
spinning
flapping her
around,
cape around.
and then
Yeah.
you got Captain Hook.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a little blurry. There's a better one.
Oh, look at that pose.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then you've got
Oh,
Jafar.
Jafar. So good. He looked
Yeah,
so good.
really good.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Whoa, that
More
was a look at that action
yeah,
pose.
yeah, exactly. Look at that. I mean, yeah,
And
I
then
was
you've got the wicked
this is
stepmother.
no Lady
Oh
Tremaine.
no, oh Lady Tremaine.
She is the Wicked Stepmother, but Lady Tremaine officially. And they
I don't
each
remember this.
have like this. I'm not going to say the right word. Like an item that really ties into their story that they use to put into the potion. Like Lady Tremaine has a key, the key that she locks Cinderella in the tower.
Yeah,
Um, things like that. It really kind of resonates and builds.
there was a story apparently, guys. There was a story. So there's you can see there's all cast dancing at the very end and having a good time,
Yes, they
and
do. I
then
put a spell on you. Iconic from the
yep,
movie.
yep.
Spot
Oh,
on. So good.
okay. So that was
That
that, and then the third and final entertainment piece of the evening
third act.
was actually, you know what? I can even bring this up. I don't see why not. I got a little footage.
Did you record something?
Yeah. So
Ooh.
of their kind of dancing around. Like
Oh, this
it's
is in
I
the
tried to
beginning.
zoom it in. You can see it's a little bit actually that I think geez, I
The
can't
only
win whether it's
downside
oversaturated.
The only downside to these crowds and standing up is if you're extremely short, like I am, and you've got tons of tall people, I'm constantly doing this kind of number, and I'm on my tippy toes, and I'm looking around, and all. That was the only real downside for me, at least, is that I had a hard time viewing around all the other spectators. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I got the gist of it.
Yeah, and everyone's holding their phone up, so
Hmm.
that's kind of a thing. I'm lucky because I'm taller. I can pretty much put my phone just in front of my face when I take the picture, so I don't feel like I'm, ruining it for others. But some people aren't that thoughtful.
Fortunate.
So now we get to this. Now, Lori and Jason skipped the fireworks and skipped the
Okay.
hocus pocus, and they got us nice seats. And this is in just past Frontierland, right? Just in the
This is in like the colonial area.
yeah. So I'm told the best place to watch this is Frontierland, but we had a small turnaround. And it was hard enough to get here. We had to go through shops. We had to go through displays. I don't know if we went. We skipped over a couple of ropes.
May have
We
broken some rules.
we made broke the rules, but we did get here, and we were able to watch the parade. So that was the headless horseman. It was very hard to get a picture of him because he zipped past, but I did
So
barely
cool.
get something. But
Yeah,
then there it is, the Boo to You Halloween parade.
so
Uh,
good.
and this is a non-skippable event. This is now a lot of these, unfortunately, they're going to be blurry because as they're going by,
Movement.
um, it's a little bit hard at night to also use steady for motion. It's just you would use a camera, like you'd go to someone who uses a pro camera. A phone does a lot. This is asking a bit much, but you can see here we got some princesses. We got the We got Alice. We got dwarves. We got Snow White. We got it looks like Jasmine maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Blurry,
I think
blurry,
Rapunzel
blurry
back there.
Jasmine.
Blurry
Yeah, because
Jasmine.
there's Aladdin. And then we got uh, is that
The
the
Mickey icon.
Sandersons? That's
Yeah,
like the
but
fake Sandersons.
it's Daisy, Minnie,
Yeah,
and I think Clarabelle as the
yeah.
Sanderson sisters. So
So
this is all
that's
of
cute.
them, and the main icons with their costumes for that year.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. And then you've got Hook and Peter Pan's group. You got Tink sitting on the Mountain of Treasure.
Yeah.
And then we've
What's
got the
kind of great is like all the extras
Barbosa.
in there. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was given like the look, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
but I'm married. But anyways, all of the extras that are are there. So
There's like 200 people in the crowd, and I was like, yeah, I'm working it, but hey, he's right beside me. Back off.
exactly, that was totally the message that was relayed. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is like all the additional cast members that are filling in a lot of these spaces, they have their own unique kind of character and performance and quirks. And like one of these guys, I don't know if it was these ones, but one of them, like, he walked right in front of us and he's like, help me, like he was like totally like not, I mean, it's just in character, like he's getting away from
Yeah,
the ghosts and all this kind of stuff. It was just brilliant. So it's
it was
fun to
funny.
look for all those nuances. Oh
The
gosh, yes, the
the
bride.
ghostly
Mhm.
bride. And then of course they had the
I
dancers.
think it was the
Then you had
dancer.
the
One of the dancer guys was like, help
yeah
me.
yeah. It was one of the dancers because I guess the story is they're trapped in time. They're essentially trapped there because of the whatever happened.
The curse. Yeah.
Right, the curse. So the like he's like freaking out because he has to dance his entire life away.
Yes, that's
So he
so
was
bad.
so that's why he was like, "Help me." Was
Save me.
cute. Then you got the hitchhikers there, and then we move on to Goofy,
Hmm.
and then we've got one of my favorites, Wreck It Ralph, and
Hmm.
then you've got just some random
All the
dancers before you
those are
get
the
to
Candy Crush
Penelope.
drivers. Yes.
Yeah, is
Penelope.
that who they were? It's supposed to be.
Yes, they're supposed to be the Candy Crush.
Okay, all
I
right,
think
I'll buy that.
Candy
Yeah,
Crush. Yeah. Hmm.
strawberry and whatever,
Yes,
and yeah.
all of those. Yeah, yeah, that crew.
And then we got Penelope, Penelope, of course. Then we got Ursula, very nice looking
So
Ursula,
good. Skating
rocking
around.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got
Cruella.
Cruella. You got the Mad Queen. You got
Ew.
the dead band. I don't know. Oogie
Oh,
Boogie
Boogie Boogie and the
with
sisters
the
and
stepsisters.
Gaston.
Gaston.
So good.
Yeah, sometimes they don't get their own dedicated, and I think they kind of rotate that because I feel like I've seen pictures of Jasmine and Aladdin on a float at the parade. Maybe it's the
And
regular parade, and for the Halloween one they don't, but they do seem to interchange out a lot. Some get dedicated and some don't. You got the Evil Queen,
that's
which was a
Maleficent.
cool float, and that was the last float of the evening. So the parade, absolutely, the parade was a blast. See the parade. I would never skip the parade, even if I'd gone 100 times in a row. It's just fun. It's good old fashioned fun.
And the music.
So the
Hmm.
music. So hey, why don't we talk about now? What are your overall impressions of the Not So Scary Halloween party?
I loved it. I was been looking forward to this for months. And there just was not enough time to do everything. Like there's so much of the exclusive food items that I really wanted to try, but we were just pulled in so many different directions. It was just hard to really focus
Mm-hmm.
on doing that kind of stuff. So I'm thrilled that we've got to go. I would love to do it again, especially since I've got a little more experience
Yeah.
behind us now and how to approach things. Because I think one of the biggest concerns, and maybe it shouldn't have been a concern, is like this was our one shot at Magic Kingdom, and we were trying to like milk it for all we got kind of thing. And that also included the rides. And
Here's what I think our takeaway was. If you're doing Not So Scary Halloween, do it for Not So Scary Halloween.
mhm,
Do the food,
mhm.
do the shows. There's 3 shows, so that's going to kill an hour and a half of your time or more. Do it for do all the little extras that you get, and if you get a few rides, make sure you hit the this. like you got to hit Haunted Mansion because it's Halloween. It's their show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and if you happen to hit other rides, good. But don't. I would go there for the food, the candy, the fun times. I would just go there with
Yeah.
that in mind. And if you sneak in a few rides afterwards, fine. Right?
Yeah. We didn't even talk about the treat trails.
Yeah. You also there's candy treat trails. You can just hold a bag. We hit most of them up. Most of them are just walk right through. There's a couple that were weirdly lined up,
Yes.
but they give you
But you
handfuls of
do walk
candy.
away with quite a bit.
Yeah.
They are generous.
Except for the one person in the Mike's stand up or whatever it is who
Yes.
gave like 2 treats. I was like, "What are you on? Are you on rations here? Is this like
This massive barrel. You get
like
two.
I
Move
didn't even
along.
take I didn't even take my treats with me because I mean I don't eat a lot of like that's way more too much sugar. But I was still like, dude, seriously, are you? Did Walt
Mhm.
call you and be like, hey, we gotta watch our, you know, Bob Iger's on the phone. He says we have to watch it on the treat outtake. But whatever, it was a good time. I would say, yeah. So if you're in the Florida area or you're gonna do it multiple times, this
Yeah.
is a good way to hit all the rides up because the lines are typically lower.
Mhm.
But like for us, one of the rides was down, two of them broke down. So it kind of the rides we focused on rides when we shouldn't have. If you're
Mhm.
coming across the country and you're going to the not so scary, my guess is you're doing it to see the not so scary aspect of it, which means the food and the
Mhm.
entertainment.
Entertainment.
Focus on that. Make sure you do that at all costs. Do not worry about the rides. My suggestion is if you're doing a multi-day trip, go to Magic Kingdom on another day, splurge for the lightning pass and get
Yeah.
the rides checked off. That's how you're going to be able to get the rides.
Mhm.
If you are, like I said, living in the Florida area, go twice. Go on 2 different nights. Here's the key. If you're going here for rides, and this is going to be a common theme, if you're going for the rides and you're going to Not So Scary, do it during the week. Dear God, do it during the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a common theme. You'll hear that from me a few times over the next few videos, but do it for the week. Overall, I loved it. I'm with
Mhm.
you. I wish we would have experienced more of one or the other. And that's
Mhm.
part of the reason why Magic Kingdom's on our short list to go back to, because then we can experience Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Um, so that's a big deal to us, and we're going to be able to do that in March. But yeah, we'll go back. We'll get there. We'll get back to Not So Scary, and we'll do Not So Scary. And the
And
sorry, yeah.
and because we have to make a very educated comparison, we have to go to California and do Oogie Boogie Bash.
That's true. We do have to do that too.
Mhm.
That is 100% accurate. So we will be doing lots of Octobers. Uh, our anniversaries for the next 20 years apparently will be at Disney, so that we can compare everything. And I'm
Yes.
okay. We've got Tokyo, we got
Mhm.
Shanghai, we got Hong Kong, we got Paris. I
We
mean,
got
and of
lots.
course Disneyland, Disney World,
Cruise ships.
Disney
Yep.
Wish, Disney Treasure, Destiny will be able. They got
Mhm.
4 more on the way, so lots of time. So overall, yeah, I think it's worth it. I think for the price. So here's the deal: if you figure it out, the price of it is about the same as a ticket price with the Lightning Lane. Especially if you get the single and the multi, so that you can get on Tron easily. If you do that, it's and because you obviously you don't get a Lightning Lane, you can't buy one on the evening show. Then it makes sense to do one night for that. But I think just don't look at the price tag. Do it during the week, and either do it for the rides or do it for the food and the fun. Don't try to do both because there's just not enough time to do both.
Mhm.
It just ain't gonna work for you. So overall, thought it was a great time. Had a great time.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Let's do it again. I'm ready.
Let's do it again. All right. So that's all we have for this episode. If you missed the last episode where we talked about the intro, a much shorter video where we talked about Disney Springs, the Riverside at Port Orleans, and our general time in Orlando and off, outside of the parks. Check that video, which will be right over there. And otherwise, I thank you all for watching. As always, please be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next
And
video. Oh, and like and subscribe. Oh my God.
that too.
Like and subscribe. Whew. Thanks, babe. All right.